Alright, hello everyone, and I will do another tank review, this time of the KV-5, which I picked up from the gift shop, well, premium shop. So yes, KV-5, I got it and it came with 3,200 or something gold as free, so I was like, yes please, thank you very much. And the whole point of, you see, I could have bought the Panzer B2, which I also really want, and also, or I could have bought the BTSV, but the BTSV was 71 English pounds thereabout. And the Panzer B2, although it did come with 11,500 gold, I think it was, with the tankers free, that still cost £35, and this cost about £27, and it's a KV-5, it's a tier 8 premium heavy tank. And with the fact that, you know, you've seen all the jingle videos with the KV-5 Godzilla coming in and ramming stuff, which is true. I can speak with experience that yes, that is true. You can easily do stuff like that in a KV-5. But yeah, it was the cheapest pack. I have now realised. It's probably the more worthwhile of the ones to get because it is a tier 8 premium. Of course, it will make the dosh quickly. So you'll cover your expenses in game rather than if not in real life. So yes, let's start off with the hit points. 1,780 hit points is a massive health pool for a tier 8 heavy. Tier 8 American heavy, the T-34 I think it is, has 1,500 with its top turret. So this has got 280 more health, which allows me to survive one more hit if the tank gun is doing about 250 average damage max. Yeah, so it does have a very handy hit pool, which does help with your RAM. It does, however, weigh 100 tons without modules, which I'm trying to add on. You know, I want to get a large caliber tank gun RAM, but that costs 500 credits, so yeah, I sort of had to save up for that. But more on this stuff later. So yeah, it does have it is very weighty. It does have a very powerful engine though, 1,200 horsepower engine, which does allow it to reach its top speed of 40 kilometers an hour, which is decent for a heavy tank. You know, thinking of it, KV-5, it's big, slow Soviet tank, but really 40 kilometers an hour is pretty good. That's about modern tank. No, I don't know. Are modern tanks in miles an hour or kilometers an hour? I think they're in miles an hour. 45 miles an hour is how fast chieftains and stuff go, or challengers rather. But yeah, so 40 kilometers an hour is not too bad for a heavy tank. That's about average heavy tank maybe. 18 degrees per second hull traverse though is not good at all. I am researching clutch braking for my driver to help with the turning, but even then it will still be very slow at turning. It does have very good armor though, which does help you sort of counter your slow traverse speed, and the fact that it does have very good armor. 180 at the front, 150 at the side, 140 at the rear of the hull, same for the turret, 180, 150, 140 for the turret. It's a very well armored tank, which does help you with all of your ramming duties, which you will no doubt be doing, because yeah, it's a KV-5, what are you not going to ram? Now, moving on to the gun. Now, it is a 107mm ZIS 6M tank gun. It does have a fairly long aiming time, 2.9 seconds is not very good, and it does have 0.43 dispersion at 100 meters. It has 7 rate of fire, which boils down to 8.22 gun reload time without the rammer. With the rammer, maybe get it down to below 7. Well, sorry, below 8 gun reload time. But even then, it's still about average heavy tank reload speed. Well, 107mm reload speed. So yeah, I do feel like I would like to get the gun reload time down more, because several times I would have been able to get the kill if I had just been able to fire off that shot quicker. I would have been able to hit that person one more time and do that extra bit of damage, but no, because of the reload time, I'm sort of like, yes, I can hit them. Oh no, I still have to wait a second to reload. So yeah, the rate of fire can sort of hit you, but once you get your gun rammer, that should help. 167 average penetration though is not too good for a tier 8 heavy, which can see tier 9 tanks. It does start lacking with the average penetration. That's less than the Firefly 17 pounder, and that's 2 tiers lower that's mounted on a tank. 300 average damage, however, is good. I find that doing 300 damage average is it's decent, whilst other tanks are doing about 250, 280, or they're doing about 300. It's it's good. Yeah, as I say, dispersion not too good, aiming time not that good either. With the 7 rounds per minute and the 8.22 actual gun reload time. 21 degrees per second turret traverse is not that good either. I do feel like the turret traverse is lacking. 350 meters view range is not too good. My Yarg Tiger does have 390, but then again I do have coated optics on it. Let's have a look at a tier 7 tank. Panther and 10, that's 350 sigma view range, sorry. The same as the AT7. 390 for the 1357 and 1357. Mini Tortoise, 350. So yeah, the view range is slightly lacking for your tier 8 heavy tank. And 440 sigma range is very bad. It's very bad for your tier 8. Yeah, the sigma range is not very good. You'll want to try and get that up. And so, obviously want your small repair kit, small first aid kit, and your fire extinguisher. That's as a given. Going over the equipment now. Super heavy spore liner. Yes, definitely. You do have very good armor. 50% extra to that armor is going to be very, very good. So yeah, you'll want to get that. You'll want to save up for that. Vertical stabilizer. Possibly, because your turret rotation speed is not that fast, so you will have the aiming time will not disperse as much as it would if you had a fast reverse rate for both your turret and your hull. So yeah, vertical stabilizer possibly. Improve vents, yeah, you could do. You get that turret traverse, get that traverse speed. Get all that. Improve vents definitely would benefit this tank. Wet ammo rack, again, I find it a little bit of waste. If your ammo rack keeps getting knocked out, you may want to get that. Toolbox, if you can't think of anything else to put on, I always like putting on a toolbox. Large caliber tank gun rammer, always good to fit it on any tank that you have, so yeah, that's sort of like a given as to what you want that. Fuel tanks with CO2, again, if you find that your fuel tanks are getting ruptured quickly, fuel tanks filled with CO2. Enhanced torsion bar suspension, possibly. Looking at here, minus 50% to hull damage caused by suspension damage during impact. Maybe. You won't be jumping off any cliffs, however, so that this would seem like a waste for this tank. Enhanced gun lane drive definitely would be a good idea. Mount that with your 2.9 second aiming time. Not that good, so yeah, may want to get the enhanced gun lane drive. Cyclone filter plus 50% to engine durability. Again, if your engine gets knocked out, sure, go cyclone filter. Coated optics, your view range isn't that good, so yeah, maybe coated optics. Same with binocular telescope, but you'll really want to get in there and ram stuff, so you don't really want to be sitting there with binocular telescope and camo net. So don't really bother with them for your KV-5. Then again, it's up to you how you play your heavies. If you sit at the back of the map, please uninstall the game, and don't play heavy tanks. If you want to sit at the back of the map, play artillery or a tank destroy. That's sort of what they're meant to do. Heavy tanks, no, get up there, hit them. So yes, now for your crew, you do have a crew of 6, which does contain 2 loaders. So for commander, I'm going 6 cents. 6 cents is always a good thing to have. Eagle Eye, again, always a good thing to have. Jack of all trades, also not a bad idea. Recon, definitely want to use it for this tank. Most certainly, Recon is always a useful thing. Mentor, like I said with the Firefly review, if you want to get that, get all of the rest of your crew up to 3 skills, and then swap out Mentor for something else. Yeah, do that. Otherwise, don't bother. Then you got your common skills as well. Deadeye, Of course, I always love going Deadeye. Deadeye is like always the first thing that I choose automatically for my gunner. Snapshot, turret rotation, not like Quake, so yeah, snapshot would be useful. Armourer, again, if your gun keeps getting knocked out and you don't want to repair it constantly. Designated target, that's a quarter of your practically a quarter of your reload time there, 2 seconds. So yeah, maybe. Then you got your common stuff. For your driver, clutch braking, definitely something that you want, most certainly. Then off-road driving, controlled impact, definitely going to be a good idea. Smooth ride, yeah, you do travel pretty fast, and your dispersion rate is not very good, so maybe hold off on the smooth ride. Preventive maintenance, if your engine keeps getting damaged or set on fire, sure, go with that. Then you've got your common stuff as well. Now, for your radio operator, I am going signal boosting. Never normally do that, but signal range is very bad for this tank, so yeah, signal boosting, probably a good idea. Relay, not very good signal range, don't bother with it. Call for vengeance, you could do. Then again, you do have a lot of health, so try not to die with lots of health. There, situational awareness, increased view range, possibly. Every little bit of view range helps. Now, you've got 2 loaders, and don't forget that most of your loader skills are not cumulative. That's it. Had to look at the description. So for one of them, I'm going with safe stowage. Once again, this is not cumulative, so only go one of them, safe stowage. With the other one, I'm going adrenaline rush. Intuition. Yes, maybe. If you want to switch between APCR and AP, then yeah, sure, intuition. You might want to, because the gun does not have that good penetration for a tier 8 heavy. So yeah, and of course your common stuff, and the same goes with the other loader. Now what do you have here? Just standard AP and APCR. Oh. So no armor piercing discarding saber rounds. Oh. Right. And no armor piercing composite ballistic capped, I think, wasn't it? Although I said for the Firefly, I said it was armor piercing capped ballistic cap. I think that's why I got it. Weird. So yeah, already explained this loader. Adrenaline rush, and then intuition for one of them, common for the rest of them. I don't know which common one you want. It depends on how you play your heavy. So that is everything for KV-5. So overall, go for the RAM. It is a KV-5 after all. Everyone knows what KV-5s do. They ram stuff. So yeah, your gun, you will be wanting to shoot stuff, and you will get through stuff. I haven't really had a particular problem with the gun on this tank at all. It's just that, compared to other tier 8 heavies, the gun may be lacking. However, for the KV-5, not played any other tier 8 heavies, or any heavies past tier 6 that aren't the Churchill. Yeah, the gun is, sure, it may be a little under-tiered if you go into a tier 9 game with your tier 7 gun, but for dealing with other tier 8s and tanks below tier 8, it's adequate. Heavily armoured, not so fast, very weighty, doesn't have very good traverse speed for both turret and hull, very strong armour, and not very good signal range or view range. So overall, go for the RAM. You can definitely do that and not damage yourself too much. And yeah, I just love the KV-5. It is KV-5. Panzer II is always going to be the best tank, hands down. No arguing there. But KV-5 certainly is a high tank for me, below the gun carrier. And what other tanks do I have? What other strange tanks do I have? I don't know, let's have a look. Look at all these tanks that I have. What other strange tanks do I have? Well, of course, TOG is going to be up there within the top ones. Gun carrier, definitely. Renault FT as well. AMX-40, B1, yep, definitely. Panzer II, gonna hold top spot, of course it is. Quad Tractor, yep, that's gonna be high up there. Jagdtiger, that's gonna be high for me. I mean, it's a Jagdtiger. What else? There's a KV-5 box tank. It's going to be somewhere around there. KV-5 probably going to be higher than box tank, but still. Yeah, so after all those tanks I mentioned, the KV-5 is, after them. So yeah, I'll thank you all for watching this review, and goodbye.